Hey guys, this is Rebel Rose again. Hey, we're at Hudson Cemetery here in Moreland, Arkansas. Has some pretty neat stuff I thought I'd show you guys. We got some mountains there in the background. Kind of cloudy today, but kind of cool. Kind of nice. The cemetery has been here. If I remember right, I'm going to show y'all the grave of the man who was the very first man to be laid to rest here in the cemetery. They say, as legend has it, that the cemetery is haunted. Back in the day, whenever they would bury people, the only way they had to check and to see if you were alive was to put like a mirror in front of your mouth. And then when you would breathe, of course, your breath would show up on the mirror. And in doing so, that's how they would tell if you were still alive. But in this case, I don't know the lady's name. I'll have to really do some researching on that. Somebody keep taking the book that has all the grave markers and who's in them from down here. But anyway, she was buried alive. And of course, back in the day, you know, they would have people that would go in and rob the graves. Well, these guys went in, and when they went to rob the grave, well, when they went to cutting her finger off to get her jewelry, she came back to life. So now they say that it's haunted, and her ghost still roams. She's still mad because of the guys trying to cut her finger off. I don't know if y'all can see that. Try to get where y'all can see it. This is a shower head that was put up in the tree. I don't know when, but I know it's been there a long time. This is where our ghosts come to take their showers and everything. So we want to make sure they're clean. It's pretty neat. Of course, this is the entrance to Hudson Cemetery, and it says that, I don't know if y'all can see that very good, that it was opened in 1870. They have some pretty cool markers through here. It's really a beautiful cemetery. They came and mowed the yard yesterday and cleaned up. We've got some really old tombstones in here. Some of them that the tombstone has a child, like this one here. It says infant of Mr. and Mrs. Wesley Jones. That's number 19. And some of them back here in the older ones, this is what they have on them. I guess they died very young. This one says Muriel Duval. Really has some old ones. And the gentleman that I'm hunting, what they did, they came out and put a monument up, being that he was the very first person to be buried here in the cemetery. Now, some of these, the tombstones, are turned backwards. And I don't know if they just got their directions wrong, but here we have like a whole row of tombstones, and the names were actually engraved by hand. And it's just those slab stones that they had here. They went and found off the creek somewhere, and that's all they had to use for a headstone. And some of them has like unknown. Over here, 221 has unknown. 220 has unknown. And 219 has Miller Child. And I'm going to try to see if I can find... I used to know where it was at, this gentleman's headstone. He was the very first one that was laid to rest here. As you can see, we have several. And you can tell that, or they might have made the tombstones themselves of how the names were engraved in the tombstones. Really neat. It's kind of back in the woods, boondocks, so to speak. And actually, one time we were walking around the cemetery and a deer just had her baby, which I thought was really, really neat. This gentleman here, I actually found it. Mr. John P. Hudson, who the cemetery is named after. He was born in 1851. He passed away in 1870. And at the bottom it says, son of Francis M. Sr. and Mary M. Hudson, first person buried in this cemetery. And I thought that was just really neat, y'all. Be the actual first person to be laid to rest in this beautiful place. It is just so relaxing. They even have a bench you can come out here and sit in and pray, or kind of want to have a get-together out here. It's really neat. It's really nice out here today. And I have another one over here that I would like to show y'all. That it has a quote on the back of it. It's starting to turn fall here, and leaves are falling, but it's still it's a beautiful place. They take real good care of the cemetery. It's really, really nice. Hopefully, I think this is it. Let's see. Oh, this is it. No, that's not it. Okay. I think I have it now. Here we go. On the back of this tombstone, it's probably hard to read, but it says, remember, friend, as you ought by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, you too shall be. So be prepared to follow me. Yeah, I thought that was just really neat. Which is a good quote. It's a good message. See, we have a bench over here that you can sit. And it's just really an awesome cemetery. To think that it was the first person to be laid here in 1870. And it has, of course, it's had quite a few people that's been added to the cemetery. It's just so nice. They brought flowers out here for Labor Day, and it is so peaceful. And then you walk over here, as you can see, I'm walking towards the pavilion, which when you come out like on family gatherings, or when you're having a funeral, that's really nice. I'm going to show y'all something else it's a beautiful sight. I had to get around here. I see they haven't mowed that part of it yet, but I've got something I want to show y'all. Around here, as you can see, on the other side of the pavilion, when I walked in, they started burying people on this side. And there's so many family members out here, and young people. I mean, I have never seen the like of young people being buried in almost every cemetery I've been to. But as you can see, we have a nice view over here. They mowed the cemetery. We've got a See, we have a new grave over here. But when you walk over here and you turn, I have to get down here where I can show y'all. The gentleman that owns the land behind the cemetery, he's really neat. He lets us go fishing in his pond, and he has several on his place. But over here, where I'm walking at now, if you're buried up on the hillside or whatever, but as you can see, there's a pond in the background. And it's really neat. It's really beautiful when there's snow on the ground. Of course, I don't like snow to hang around. I'm not too fond of that, but that's just really neat. And of course, like I said, we've got beautiful scenery all the way around. But it's in Pope County, and that's P-O-P-E, in Russellville, Arkansas. So if you want to check it out, if you want to look somebody up, you can also use, it's called Find a Grave, and punch in a name and possibly where they're buried, or you might even find, if you don't know where they're at, you might find them. Not like back in the old days when we used to have to go to every cemetery to find everyone that we wanted to look up. But it's really nice. Like I said, if y'all want to check it out, it's called Hudson, Hudson, and Cemetery. And the first man was laid to rest here in 1870. And as I showed you earlier. So if y'all want to look it up, y'all might have some kinfolk here. You never know. But anyway, guys, I thought I'd give y'all a different video today too. Pretty neat. I actually have some friends that's buried down in here. Been here for a while. But like I said, I've never seen so many young people. And as on the back of that one tombstone, it says, "Be prepared to follow me." And that's a very, very strong quote that we all need to be ready, because we never know when our number is going to be called. But anyway, guys, y'all have a totally awesome day, and y'all stay safe out there. Bye.